Good Stories online news. Welcome to my show. I'm Robin Stienberg, and today we have a very interesting artist who is based here in Singapore, and he's none other than Shawn Siow himself, who is next to me, and he has actually produced a comic book called Project Red. Now this is a volume 1, and he's working right now on volume 2, which will be released pretty soon for all our fans here in Southeast Asia as well as the world. Here at the National Good Stories, we're going to talk about his life and his perspective as an artist, and also what's next coming up for Shawn. Shawn, welcome to my show.
Hi.
Yes, and I know that everybody is so amazed after reading your Project Red. I mean, it's a futuristic view of Singapore, I think.
Yes.
Yes. Now, if you don't mind, I think my audience would like to hear your voice a little louder and more thundering authority,
Sure, no problem.
Authority about Project Red.
Yep.
Yes. So tell us, what inspired you to be a comic artist?
Well, basically, I mean, for us, it's pretty simple. Like, I believe everyone starts in the same when they're young. They're looking at the animations or cartoons that is shown on the TV. But for me, it started when my mother went for an overseas trip. When she brought me back a real first comic book in my hand.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was quite a surprise. And then from then on, I was hooked into drawings.
And what was your first comic book?
My first comic book is actually I'm not sure if any one of you have heard before, but it's called Guyver.
Oh, Guyver.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's a Japanese comic book, but Hong Kong version.
Okay.
At that time it was pretty small and cute.
Oh wow! So that is where you draw your inspiration. Is that correct?
Yeah, that can be sci-fi stories, all sort of different kind of creatures and heroes and
Okay.
all this very fancy armors kind of stuff.
Now, how long did that take you to be an expert comic artist?
Actually, I began drawing seriously in a very late age. As usual, when at the time, the parents don't really encourage us to go into drawings or fine art stuff at that time. I think 1980s.
Okay.
Yeah. So I actually took up information technology for my studies. Yeah, which is totally unrelated to what I'm doing now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, until when I'm out from the army, met a bunch of fanatics. Fanatics, right? And then slowly getting serious into real drawings.
Okay. And at what age did you actually become really serious about drawings?
About 24.
Wow.
Yeah, start at a real old age.
Oh, well, you're never too old to start any kind of business or venture. So, has it been fulfilling for you to start off something that you're passionate about?
That is definitely, to see your work into completion, that is something that nothing can ever compare.
No.
It's just, for example, if you look at sculptures, painting artists, when they finish their work, yeah, the joy of creating something, the joy that people appreciate your work, yeah, that is something that you have to feel it yourself.
Wow. Now, how long has your project itself taken to create this wonderful comic book, Project Red?
For this one book, actually, took about 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, because
Full time.
not exactly full time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I still have to work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Basically, because I had a partner to come up with this book. We began first by discussing about the story and how to link it with the local cultures and stuff, and how to create the story which is entertaining enough for people and for them to feel actually related. Yeah, and that took about a few months before we had the concrete storyline. Even the characters' designs, we have to run through about 2 to 3 times, keep on changing before we finalize the designs.
Oh, now you spoke about having a partner on board
Yeah.
to assist you in creating the imagination, and of course you had the design work and you had the patience to to develop this. There's one question that I think one of my fans asked, and that's about the story about the postmodern Singapore, right? That you created, what caused you to look into the issue of the postmodern Singapore, and why postmodern?
Why postmodern?
Yes.
Of course, how to say? For one thing, for postmodern, how to say? It's easier to talk about some of the current issues when we put the word into postmodern to prevent any, how to say, touchy situations. That is one thing. And secondly, because, okay, basically, like I've told you before, if you remember, I'm kind of a sci-fi geek.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, we all like science fiction stories, like and even TV series like Heroes, these kind of shows that actually gave us the ideas of how this story are supposed to be.
So, which would be your most inspiring sci-fi show or character that probably you admire, and you actually pick some of those characters and probably elevate in your comic book?
There's actually a lot.
Really?
I remember an old movie called Replica.
Or Replica?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was an old movie about this character who was being suspected as a spy, which is created by the aliens. Okay, where he was trying to prove himself that he's not a replicated person. I shall not spoil the whole story. But that was one of a very interesting story. It's a very old B-grade movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is actually inspired some of the ideas for this book, and even like Japanese movies and shows like Ghost in the Shell, TV dramas like The Heroes, which I've said before. All of them have some of the ideas that actually help us mesh together to create this story.
Oh, wow. Now, speaking about meshing and creating the story, where do you get your inspiration, your true inspiration in creating a single story that's into the future? Do you have a mentor that assists you on this? And of course, what lessons have you learned after you have created the story and brought it into reality, of course, in the comic book form?
Okay, definitely we seek a lot of advices from many people regarding about the story and how we try to not overlap with a lot of different science fiction movies and shows that was already around for people to see. Yeah, but in overall, we just have one very important point in our mind, that a comic book in the end should be entertaining for people.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I mean, yeah, you can have very serious tones in it, or very how to say, ideas that makes people think twice about the reality and issues. But in the end, the most important part is you should enjoy the book. That is the point that we thought that regardless how the story goes, the end point is entertainment.
Now, were your family supportive? Have they been supportive with your idea of being a comic book artist?
Let's say how to say that. Okay, they are quite supportive in a sense, yeah. But they are also worried of my well-being.
Oh. And at the same time, I mean, you are very talented, I must say. And what do you see in the comic book industry here in Singapore and Southeast Asia? Do you think that Singapore and Southeast Asia has got what it takes to market their comics to the rest of the world? Has it achieved a world standard like DC Comics and Marvel?
Okay. Basically, for Southeast Asia comics, I've seen a lot and lots of talented Southeast Asian comics. They are better artists than me in real sense. They can draw better than me. The story better than mine. We definitely have the text to become a part of the major. But what we need is more artists to try and to come up with the stories. We just doesn't have enough artists to join in the fray. Yeah,
Okay.
or to jump in the rabbit hole.
Now, you mentioned we need more artists in Singapore and Southeast Asia to enhance the quality. But speaking about quality of art, you know, which is more important? Do you think that the art of a comic book is more important than the story, or the story is more important than the art, or is having a good story, good content, and the art plays a more premium?
Okay, let's say it this way. Definitely art is very important because for comic books, the first thing that people are able to look at is the art itself. Okay, they judge a book a lot of times by its cover.
Really?
Yeah, because
So people will buy a comic book or a graphic novel because of the art.
yes, that is definitely.
That's the number one thing. You probably do the same.
I'll probably do the same as well, because how to say, when the comic books are on the shelf, or maybe it's an e-book, the first thing you look at is the cover. You won't be able to see the content yet. So the cover must be able to attract the visual must be able to attract you first before you give it a try. Okay. From then, you are able to appreciate the story that is provided. Or else, usually it will be by word of mouth that people, oh, the story is good, let me try it. The art may not be that powerful, but let me try reading it through the words of mouth, yeah, or through reviews. But usually, it's the art that catches the audience eye first.
Wow, really?
That's the
The
at
two
least
cents.
that's what I.
The 2 cents worth of your advice.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now speaking about art and 2 cents worth of advice, what trends do you see for yourself in terms of emerging new artists here in Singapore and Southeast Asia? Do you think the market is able to support it? And do you think the events like AFA, the Asian Anime Festival, and also the Singapore toy show that was recently held in Singapore, are they able to give you the kind of returns on investment?
It depends on what kind of investment you are looking into. If you are talking about momentary investment, cash for this, no, it won't be. But for the long term, I mean, the context, to know other artists. Okay, it's good. It's good to know other artists, to know their strength, your weakness, and to encourage each other for the further improvement.
So it's a good platform for you.
It's a good platform. But in the end, for artists, I mean for Southeast Asia artists, I mean nowadays internet is a norm for everyone. Going global should be a must for every artist, because the more you show, the higher chance it is for your work to be noticed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not bad. So how can you encourage our artists right now? Would you able to give about 3 key advice for aspiring artists to able to go global with their work?
Yeah. First thing, we must be patient.
Patient.
Yes.
Are
yes.
you a patient man?
I'm quite impatient, but I'll try to control. Yeah, first thing, you must be patient, because don't expect your first work to be famous. That's for sure, because when you talk about there's 2 types of talents. One is born with it, another trains themselves into a talent. So basically, you must be patient and slowly train yourself into a talent that you should be. That is a must. And second thing is perseverance. Yeah, I've seen too many people, friends or those aspiring artists who ends up giving up drawing and goes to other lines. That is actually a very sad case, because they do have a good skill in drawings, but because due to the possibly luck, or because of no chances to show people their work, they slowly give up in comic drawings, the perseverance. So these are 2 main things that I believe that you should have if you want to become an artist, in overall.
Oh, wow. Now, so it's patience, perseverance, and
lastly,
what will be your last advice?
My last advice, one thing is, let's say, do not be afraid to show your work.
Okay.
Yeah, that definitely is very important.
Do not be afraid. So have no fear.
Yeah, kind of no fear.
Oh, the slogan, no fear. I hope it's not trademark though.
No, don't worry.
So do not be. So why do you say that? Do not. Why do you say that? Do not be afraid to show your work.
A lot of people are afraid of critics.
Really? Someone like
Yes.
me? Oh dear. Okay.
It is good to show people, because regardless what they say, in the end, if your work is good, you know. If your work is bad, at least if he tells you, you're able to improve from that. And reality is, if he does the effort to tell you why you are bad, it's a good thing. But the question is, a lot of artists or aspiring artists are afraid to show their work to someone, or to some higher, more esteemed artists, or more popular artists that is already known in the market. Which is a problem that I had in the past as well. Take for example, if a Marvel artist is right in front of me, I will be shaking with fear to show him my art, afraid that my drawings will be condemned to hell or something like that. But it is important that actually show them, because seriously, a lot of artists are actually very friendly guys, and they do point out what you lack of and what to improve.
Now, another question for you is this: do artists actually see themselves as competitors?
Do artists see themselves as? I'm not sure.
Because because you said that we should not be afraid in showing our art to critics and also to other artists who are probably perform better than your art.
Yeah.
So, do you think artists view other artists as competitors?
I seriously, for other artists, I'm not sure. But for myself,
yes, your experience.
I don't think so.
Why?
Because every artist has their own styles and creative ideas in their work. They have their own fans. They have their own imaginations. Every artist are different. Basically, let's say it this way. Comic art is very simple. It's an art that shows to the public. If you're good, you're good. If you're bad, you're bad. So how to say? So there's no point in struggling and trying to be competitive, because in the end, the general will judge your work.
The general public.
The general public will judge your work. All you need to do is just do your best. And if you are perseverance in it, you'll find the people that like your work.
Well, okay. Now, what's next for you? I mean, Shawn, I heard that you're going to be developing the Project Red Volume 2. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm now working on Project Red Volume 2.
Oh, okay. And when will it be out?
Yeah, if everything goes smoothly, it should be the end of this year or the early January of 2013.
And will we see you at the next STGCC 2030?
Most probably.
Oh, well, we hope to see you there.
Yep.
And so, what would be your last code that you live by? That you were encouraged by your friends. I presume it's not going to be your family members in this case, but is there a code that you live by that your family members have given? I'm sorry, your friends could have given to you, or your fellow mentors that has pushed you this far?
There's only one word: perseverance.
Really?
Really.
So you have persevered and you continue to persevere.
Yep.
Wow. Well, Shawn, thank you for joining us here at the National Critics' Choice Online News, and thank you for joining me say with Shawn Siow, who is a great comic book artist from Singapore, for producing Project Red Volume 1 and soon to be Volume 2. And please enjoy yourself for the rest of your week, and if not, your holiday. And the key point is, I hope you will take away is that it's perseverance, and who knows, it might take you somewhere. Thank you for joining me. I'm Robin Stienberg here at the National Critics' Choice